Always a Fire is a short documentary about Chad Jones, an extremely talented athlete from Louisiana State University who gets into a freak car accident causing him to almost lose his left leg, but has a fire within him to recover to his former glory and soon get back on the football field. The film was directed by Nathan Coswell and Jeremy Zager and produced by Jeremy Yaches. I chose to analyze this film because I found Chad's story and his documentary about his accident to be very interesting and the film itself to be very well put together. It was also the first video we watched at the beginning of the semester, so it's a bit of a callback too. The narration on this film is very strong because it's narrated by Chad Jones himself, his fiance, and the coaches that helped him on his physical recovery. The storytelling in this film is also phenomenal. In the first 30 seconds of the film, they decided to show a hint of the accident as well as Chad Jones wondering how his life is going to be to quickly grab the viewer's attention. They then build up how much of an all-star high school athlete Chad was. He was even recognized as a #1 high school football athlete in the country. Next, we are shown that Chad is drafted by LSU to play college football for them, and immediately after, it is gone in a snap. Jones then describes the car accident he got into, while graphic images of his cut open left leg are shown on the screen. His dream to become a professional football player now seems impossible, and he may never play football again. Thankfully, however, the doctors were able to save his left leg after some intense surgery and putting a metal rod and 5 screws in it. He is told by the doctors that he will be living in the hospital for the next year, but his determination to get back on the field fuels him. The film then shows his road to recovery through physical therapy and the motivations that drive him to keep going. By the end, he is shown that he is able to make a full sprint and can easily catch the snap of a football. In the final scene, he is standing in the middle of an empty football stadium while thinking about finally being able to play on that field once more. The car accident in the middle of the story created great tension, but after he got back on his feet and overcome all his challenges, to where he can even play football again, became a great resolve. Although this film has great storytelling, because they chose to make it a short documentary, a lot of details were probably left out. For example, the 1 year of his physical recovery in real life took up only 2 minutes in the actual documentary. We probably also missed out on the days where he really felt like struggling and said that he wanted to give up. The cinematography in this film is also amazing. They used close-up slow-mo shots during the car accident, with footage of windows breaking, buzzsaws, and medical tools you'd usually see in a hospital to show how severe and scary the accident was. I personally like the tracking shots of him when he was able to run again, as it felt as if we were moving along with him. The extreme wide shot at the end of the massive football stadium was also very nice too. As for the editing, the TV filter they decided to add over the old videos of him playing football and him starting his physical recovery were a smart idea because it added an old-timey feel to them. The times before the tragic accident and the times before he made his full recovery. The fast-paced editing of the car accident, accompanied by Chad's recollection of it, was well made as it mimics how fast a car accident happens. This is especially evident when the car runs into the pole and then it directly cuts to a shot of bright blurry lights reflecting Chad's vision after the car accident. At some points, the editing aligned with the beats of the music or the rise in the music, which really made it feel like it all came together. As mentioned before, the pacing of this film really made the story feel inspirational. The sounds in this film made the experience watching it very immersive. From the sounds of buzzsaws, glass shattering, sharp ringing sounds, and heavy breathing, you are really taken into Chad's world of shock and panic when getting cut out of the car. The band anthem music heard while Chad talks about his time playing sports in high school gives the feeling of a rising high school star. The soft music used when Chad is first introduced with his setback quickly turns into a loud, high-energy track featuring an electric guitar and horns when he starts training. The music lastly develops into a bright, inspiring bliss accompanied by a piano when he is shown to be fully recovered and practicing football once again. This composition enhances his journey starting from humble beginnings to hard work and finally him flourishing in the end. The sound effects of the fireworks and cheering crowd in the last scene lets the audience hear the same sounds they would hear if they were to go to watch a football game live at that stadium, just as Chad envisions his first game back on the field.